Hi folks, my name is John. I'm the orientation specialist here at Carefree RV. Today I'm going to show you some of the features and benefits of your new Jayco fifth wheel. So let's get started. As you can see, you have a nice fiberglass front cap. It's got dished out corners for easier turning with a short bed truck, of course. We've also got some LED lights in here. The switches for those, along with other switches, we'll show you in a second here. First of all, underneath the cap, you've got some extra storage for tools and the like. It's got a metal tray on the bottom so you can wipe that off nice and easy. There's also a couple of different cranks. This one would be used for your front jacks in the event that the motor fails on you. And this one here is a crank for your spare tire, which we'll show you where that goes after. You've got your big battery up here, and it's vented to the outside, of course, too. So as you're walking around, keep in mind you have to watch out for these corners because they sting after a while. But probably only do it once. On this side, we've got one of your propane tanks. And there's the auto changeover valve right inside there. Got a little black lever on it. We're using this one at the moment, but you spin that around to the other side, and then you would be able to use the other one. If you had it up in the middle, you could open up both tanks, but then they would both draw down at the same time and you could run out. So recommended just to keep one open, keep the other one closed. So use one at a time. So on this door as well are your instructions for your Ground Control 3.0, which is an electric leveling system from Lippert. It looks quite involved, but after you've used it a few times, it's fairly straightforward. Basically, when you want to hitch up your truck, you'll turn the switch on, which is just over here. You just turn it off or on like that, and it'll light up. And it's automatically set to a default for lifting. So you basically just hit your front tab and it'll lift it up. And then when you want to retract it, you just hit retract and hit front again. That's sort of the short version. There's more to it. You can actually just push auto level and all the jacks will go up and down and they all sync together for you. And then you can level it once and be done with it. This will time out after a couple of minutes, but if you want, you can just turn it actually off too. So that's on there. And while we're here, we'll take a look at some of the numbers on here. It's all your gross vehicle weights and your cargo capacity. It tells you the mass of your tanks. So just keep that in mind when you're loading it up with water and all your clothes and stuff. This here is on a strut. You're probably wondering why. If it wasn't, it would go up that way, but it would hit this corner. So they put these on two gas struts. So this is quite a busy little corner. You've got a battery disconnect right here. When you're using it, keep it to the on position. You've got slide controllers, and also over there you've got your 3.0 leveling controller, basically the brains of the unit. So, and you've got a reducer to go down to 15 amp to plug in wherever you can at home even. You've got a blue coiled up hose. That's your quick connect for your outdoor shower, which goes right in here. You push that back. And you've got hot and cold water on there, as you can see. Your unit is equipped with the Nautilus P1 system, was quite advanced. Again, there's a legend here, depending on what type of camping you're doing. You can even use this to fill up your water tank and winterize your unit. So it's depending on which direction these valves are turned to. This is your city water and your water tank fill connection right here. And this one here is your black tank flush. After you've done emptying your black tank, you can flush it out by hooking up a hose, and there's a wand inside that spins around to clean off all the sensors. You do have two gray tanks in here, and one black tank, of course, for the toilet. One gray tank will be strictly for the upstairs bathroom, sink and shower, and the other gray tank will be for your kitchen sink. And all your hoses, of course, will come through the floor down here. That just lifts up, and you can put everything through there, and then you can close up the door. And here you've got a light too as well. Whoops. This is actually a soap dispenser up here, so if you wanted to fill it up with soap, and you've got a soap dispenser right here. So this is a light for actually a switch for your backup camera, not a light switch. And this is how you turn that light off right there. Little button on those. Here, of course, you have your hot water heater. This one has been de-winterized. The plug is in there, so it's all ready to go. They've probably got water in there now. So all you have to do is turn it on from the inside. Here you've got your furnace exhaust, of course. That's going to be warm when your furnace is running. Here is the first, or the second of your 4 slides. Pardon me, the first one is just over the front there. That's your bed slide. This is your bunk room slide, right here. This is your 50 amp power cord. The reason it's got such a big cord is that you can run both air conditioners at the same time when you're plugged into 50 amp service. We're only plugged into 30 amp right now, so I've only got 1 air conditioning unit running. This is your fridge right here, the back of your fridge vents. That's the exhaust vent above your stove. Your radio antenna, of course, up here. Another slide as well, a fairly large slide. Back here you've got your ladder to get up on the roof, which you want to get up onto, you know, a couple of times a year to check all the seals up on top there. And there is your observation camera right up there. The actual monitor will see inside that goes inside your truck. And of course this one has a receiver on it too. So you could actually put a good sized bike rack on there. You might even be able to tow with it, as long as you're not over length, of course. License plate goes on there. Another slide right here. Nice thing about this unit is that you've got 2 separate awnings. You've got one on the slide and then one over there toward the front. So basically the whole entire side is covered up. So if you get a light rain, by all means you can keep these out, and you have quite a bit of usable space outside here. Just a reminder though that if it is windy outside, you want to keep these awnings in, because they do act like a sail and they can flip up right over top of your unit. You've got aluminum steps on this one, which is nice because they won't rust on you and they're light. You've got a couple of speakers on the outside here. This is your door holder. Once the door swings out, you can hold it open. And you have a little outside kitchen here too as well. It's got a little micro fridge. This fridge just works on AC power, so you need to be plugged in to shore power. Here you've got your 2-burner stove. It's got a quick connect on it, which is just underneath, and up underneath the stove there as well. For travel, you would just take that off and just set it up on the top shelf there. And then for travel, you just fold that up like that, and it just folds down. Got a little light switch here, more of a night light for you. And here's the other side of your pass-through storage. Probably noticed you've got a tray right here. This tray swings down and out, so you could carry some hoses and small other things like that in there. And for travel, it just slides up and out like that. It locks into place, so gives you another place for some storage. You've got a cable and satellite hookup right there, along with an LED light. And again, there's a spot in the floor that you can run your cables through there. And your other propane tank is right on this side here. So you've got 2 30-pound tanks, and they're both full, ready to go. Okay, so now we'll step on inside.